Hey, who won?
What do you think? Well, of course. Hey, what happened to you? How come you didn't stay around?
Didn't feel like it.
It's better than watching TV.
Well, it was more important that you two caught up.
You've still got the hots for Will, don't you?
No, we're just mates.
I know.
Honestly. I mean, whatever happened between us is over. Kaput. Finished.
Well, Hayley doesn't think so.
Oh, what would Hayley know?
Gypsy, come on. Sit down. We used to be able to talk about stuff like this.
Okay, so I'm just as insane about Will as I've ever been. And we almost got back together. But it was a little obvious that he still had feelings for Danny. I had my chance and I blew it. There's far too much history for us to ever go back.
Yeah, I guess I feel the same way about Juz.
Look at us, we're just a couple of lost souls. Let's hope it's just a phase we're going through.
Yeah.
Over your little tanty?
Oh, stick your head in the bucket, Hayley.
Oh, just being the annoying kid sister with the emphasis on kid.
Hey, don't look at me. I'm quite happy for you to stay on your own. So, Finn's problem.
Finn's the one with the problem, you mean?
Yeah, well, she shouldn't let her walk all over the way she does.
Oh, Finn is her daughter.
Yeah, well, someone should remind her of that. Last Mother's Day, all Irene got was a card. Not even a bunch of flowers. But as soon as Finn wants something, Irene's off and running.
I beg your pardon.
Well, it's true, Irene. She's a user.
She wanted my help, Will. What am I supposed to do? Turn my back on her?
Well, of course she wanted something, Irene. That's why she called. She wouldn't have rung otherwise.
That is not true.
All right, when was the last time you heard from her?
About 2 weeks ago. Not that it's any of your business.
That's because you phoned her. She never calls you to say how you're going. She doesn't care about anyone but herself. She didn't even come down for Dad's funeral.
She wanted to come. The kids were sick.
Oh, she had a good excuse. That's right. She always has a good excuse, Irene.
Mate, you are so far over the line, it isn't funny. The amount of times I have put myself out for you over the last couple of years, all I want is the same courtesy in return. Finn is my daughter. No one runs my family down, mate. Not you, not anyone. You remember that.
For a quote or visit us at morethan.com.
Home and Away, sponsored by Weetabix Minis. Never a dull moment.
You alright?
Yeah, why wouldn't I be?
Because you're not eating.
Not really hungry, babe.
What's your favourite?
Oh, I love it. It's great. I'm just, well, I'll have it in the morning, eh? I'm sure it'll keep.
Come on. Tell me what's wrong.
What's wrong? Nothing, I'm fine.
Oh, Vinnie, you're not going to watch TV, surely.
Well, not bad. We haven't had a quiet night at home in ages.
Yes, so that's because we've had better things to do.
Oh, Buffy.
Vinnie, are you ignoring me?
I haven't seen this episode, babe.
Vinnie?
I'll go and wash the dishes, shall I?
Come on, tell me what's wrong.
Oh, nothing. I'm just a bit tired. Maybe I should go to bed early.
Well, that sounds like a good idea.
No, I meant to sleep. Bit of a headache.
Well, should I get you some aspirin?
No, you know how much I don't like taking that stuff. And don't clean the dishes. I'll do it tomorrow morning, all right?
Would you want me to tuck you in?
No. Good night.
Good night.
Oh, why didn't you come in, Hayley?
You are such a pig, Will. Irene is really upset.
Oh, that's funny. So am I.
You shouldn't have said all those things about Finn.
Well, Irene shouldn't let herself be a doormat.
She's helping her daughter out. She does that sort of thing for us all the time. Or is that your problem? You're jealous because Finn's her real family.
Don't talk rubbish, Hayley.
Well, there's got to be some reason why you acted like a moron.
I'm not acting like a moron. I've had that course booked for ages. And Irene knows I had to do it. But yet as soon as Finn says jump, Irene says how high.
You really think Finn uses her?
Well, don't you?
I don't know.
Look, Irene's problem is she needs to be needed. She likes to believe she's indispensable.
Well, she has been pretty amazing.
I'm not saying she hasn't. But don't you think it's about time Irene starts thinking about herself?
so not fair that I couldn't drive.
Hayley.
Okay, I know I promised not to nag. Oh, I love this place.
Yeah, it's great, isn't it?
I wonder how cold the water is.
I don't know. There's only one way to find out.
No! No! Don't you dare! No! Don't put me down!
Look, do you mind if I ask you a question? How often do you hear from Rebecca?
I don't know, once a month, 6 weeks maybe.
And does she ring you or do you ring her?
No, she calls me or she sends a postcard. Depends where she and Travis are. Yeah, they're both doing very well, if that's what you're asking.
Oh, that's great. But, look, you've known me for a long time and you know Finn.
Yes?
Well, do you think Finn uses me?
Well, it's all part of the job, isn't it? I mean, being a parent.
What do you mean?
Well, you look back on their childhood and there's always regrets, isn't there? I mean, things you could have done, things you should have done. And inevitably, you tend to remember them rather than the things you did do.
God knows. I've got a lot of things to make up for.
Irene, you haven't had anything to make up for a very long time now. Finn is no more unthinking than any other child. But I have to say, sometimes I do think you let guilt push you over the edge.
Hey, Will? What you up to?
Hey, Tom, I was just, waiting to accidentally bump into Danny.
Oh, well, I thought it was over between you two.
Yeah, well, I suppose I should give her a chance to hear her side of the story.
Well, it's easy enough. You walk up to a door, you knock on it.
I'm not making the first move, man.
So what, you prefer sitting around here all day staring at a house?
Tragic, isn't it?
Yep. Hey, where are you up to?
I gotta help out for the boat.
Oh, cool. Well, listen, I'll come and help you. It'll just be like old times.
Alright.
Colleen, can I ask you something?
Of course, Pet.
You know when married people say the honeymoon period's over, and they don't mean they've just come back from their trip?
Yes.
Well, how long does the honeymoon last? Is it a couple of weeks? Is it a few months?
A few months. You'd have to be made of money, wouldn't you? Well, it all depends. Les and I went straight from the registry office to the pub, had a few drinks with his mates and got a room there for the night. It was all we could afford back then.
No, that's not what I meant.
Oh, sorry, what did you mean?
You know, romance.
What about it?
How long does it last?
Oh, look, I'm sorry, Pet, I don't get your drift.
Sex.
Oh, now I'm with you. 10 minutes, maybe 20 if you're lucky.
No, I wasn't asking that. I was... Oh, it doesn't matter.
No, go on, ask away. There's nothing to be embarrassed about. Sex.
Vinnie, he was a bit distant last night. He was sort of strange, in a bad mood.
He's probably just worried about his new job.
What? What about it?
Well, the committee have still got to confirm that he's the one that's taken over from Shauna.
But I thought the job was his.
Well, it's not a lay-down misère, Leah. Never was. I don't know where he got that idea from. He's got to go through the procedures like everyone else.
Oh.
Hey, it's got dry.
Oh, supper.
You want to get another swim?
No, don't even think about it.
Shut up there! What are you two doing here? You haven't seen a kid come past, have you?
No.
This is private land. Clear out.
We're not doing any harm.
I don't care. You're trespassing, so shove off.
But kids have been coming here to swim for years.
Hayley, forget it.
What is it with you? Are your brain